Welcome insiders to Inside News. I'm your host Eric. Today is October 12th, 2015. It's Columbus Day. I have off from school. Woo! Still making this video anyway. Let's hit the intro so we can get started. Alright, so first up in Inside News, let's cover some Apple rumors. Last week I brought up how macOS X El Capitan is now available. macOS X El Capitan is Apple's new desktop operating system. I'm running it on a MacBook Pro. It's working great. Some people though have been diving into the coding and all that of macOS X El Capitan and have found some driver support for some hardware that is now rumoring a 21.5-inch iMac. In fact, a newer 21.5-inch iMac with a possible 4K display. Now, if you don't remember, last year Apple came out with a 27-inch iMac that has a 5K display. So now we're thinking that Apple might be coming out with a 4K model with the 21.5-inch screen. So we're going to have quote-unquote a Retina or high-resolution screen now on a lower-end iMac, which would be awesome. Now, in terms of when this could possibly be coming out, we're hearing rumored dates as early as October 13th, which is tomorrow, so I don't think it's going to happen that soon. Maybe more reasonably early November we might see it with the iPad Pro launch. Of course, we'll have to see. We've also been hearing some rumors of a possible new keyboard, a new Apple keyboard which hasn't been upgraded in a while, and possibly also a new trackpad. Of course, we'll see, but if it does come out this year, it'll all come out at the same time, which again is probably going to be around the early November time frame or maybe late October. Anyway though guys, moving on, if you're into Roku or you're looking for a new media streaming box, you might want to take a look at the Roku 4. The Roku 4 has a little bit of a different design compared to the Roku 3 and previously. The Roku 4 looks to be a little bit wider, but it is thinner, looks a little bit more compact and all that. But the big thing with the Roku 4 is it's gonna be faster. It has 802.11.AC wireless. There's Ethernet and all that. But the Roku 4 is gonna be able to support 4K resolution. Gonna be able to support 4K TVs, which is awesome. All the other Rokus only supported standard 1080p HD, so it's awesome now that it has 4K. It's also cool they added this feature where if you lose your remote, you click the button on the Roku and your remote starts making noise so you can find the remote. I don't know why no other company does that, but that's awesome. I want a Roku 4 just for that because I lose my remote all the time. Regardless, if you're interested in the Roku 4, it's going to be $129. You can pre-order it right now, and it should be shipping out October 21st, 2015. Anyway, let's move on to some other products that were announced by Microsoft. Last week, Microsoft had a Lumia event where they talked about some new phones, tablets, computers, and all hardware that they're launching, and some of it is really cool. So, to mention all the phones that were announced at the Microsoft event, there's the Lumia 950, the Lumia 950 XL, and the Lumia 550. Now, the 950 is their flagship phone. This is a phone that isn't too big, but isn't too small. It's going to have great performance, great features. It's just the basically all-around best phone. Then the 950 XL is going to be their larger phone to compete with bigger phones like the Samsung Note 5, the iPhone 6 Plus, and then the Lumia 550 is a really cheap end phone that is only supposed to be like 139 bucks, and it's going to lose some features, lose some performance, but it's going to be a phone that anyone can afford. Now, all these phones are supposed to be coming out in November, and I'm not going to be going over specifics about all these phones right now because I want to move on to actually an accessory that Microsoft announced, and that is the display dock. You're going to be able to dock these phones into this display dock using the USB Type-C connector, and this is going to give your phone an HDMI port, it's going to give it a mini display port, and then 3 USB ports, which is awesome. And essentially what this is doing is making your phone be able to be a desktop. So now once you get home, you can just take your phone, dock it into your station, and your phone will upscale to your monitor. You'll be able to have USB ports for a keyboard, for a mouse, for an external hard drive that has all your data on it, and now you have one device, which is just awesome. Unfortunately, they'll realize this isn't the true desktop experience. A lot of things are just optimized so it looks like it's the desktop app, when the reality is there's not a lot of desktop apps that are actually going to be working with the Microsoft phone. It's not the true desktop experience, not going to have a ton of power and all that, but at least you can see Microsoft's trying to make the effort, meaning to make a phone become your only device. We're a little bit of times away for that, but it could be the future. Now, Microsoft also announced a new Surface tablet, which is not surprising at all because Apple's now coming out with the iPad Pro. Now, the new Surface tablet is the Surface Pro 4. This is Microsoft's higher-end Surface tablets. This new one has not much of a design change. The bezels are supposed to be a little bit smaller, so that's obviously good. But looking in the internals, we're going to be seeing faster chips, faster i7 processors and graphics and all that. You're also going to be able to get up to a 1 terabyte SSD built into this tablet and up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. So this is becoming a really boss of a tablet that's going to be able to have a lot of computing powers. Of course, I wish there's a little bit more graphic performance, but still what we're having is really great. The starting price of the Surface Pro 4 is going to be $899, but of course that's for a really low-end version. If you want to go up to like the i7 to 16 gigabytes of RAM to a 1 terabyte SSD, you're definitely going to be spending a lot of money, over $2,000. Which is unfortunate. This tablet still is a lot of money, but still Microsoft is doing a great job with this tablet. Keep up the good work, Microsoft. Maybe you can add a graphic card the next time. Now, with the new Microsoft Surface Pro 4 tablet, they also are bringing up the pen, or the stylus, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know, any of these Surface tablets have pens that you can use with them to draw, to maneuver your way through the tablet. And the new pen has the same functionality, it's just going to be more customizable and whatnot. Microsoft also announced some other accessories for the Surface Pro 4 tablet, like a new keyboard cover that has a glass trackpad and fingerprint reader. Yeah, I said glass trackpad. There also is a new docking station that's going to have 4 USB ports, 2 mini display ports that are going to be able to support 4K. In terms of other products, there's the new Microsoft Band, which is basically an equivalent to a smartwatch. This is really a fitness band that's going to have a lot of sensors to monitor your heart rate and just your activity, so you can know how fit you're going to be when you're working out. The Microsoft Band has an OLED display that's curved, that's covered in Gorilla Glass. This is going to be around $250 coming out in October. And then the final thing I really got to talk about is Microsoft's HoloLens. If you don't know, HoloLens is Microsoft's augmented reality. It's a pair of goggles that you put on, and you're going to be able to see the world around you and interact with the world around you in a digital way. Regardless though, if you're interested in getting HoloLens, you can actually buy a developer's kit for $3,000. So if you have $3,000 to spend, yeah, go buy it. Anyway though guys, that is the Microsoft Lumia event. Guys, that is inside news entirely. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Anyway guys, my name is Eric, this is Tech Inside. I hope you liked today's video. I'll see you in the next one.